It's easy to believe that starting your day with a slice of papaya is one of the healthiest choices out there. But what if I told you that this sweet tropical bite could secretly be putting your health at risk? I'm speaking to you not just as a doctor, but as someone who has witnessed firsthand how the smallest habits can lead to the biggest health consequences. Over 100 million people globally eat papaya every day, especially for breakfast. It's lauded as a superfruit packed with vitamin C, beta-carotene, folate, digestive enzymes, and powerful antioxidants. But beneath that glowing reputation lies a disturbing truth. Many people are unknowingly making dangerous mistakes every time they eat it. According to a 2023 study published in the Journal of Food Safety, tropical fruits like papaya, when not handled correctly, rank among the top sources of foodborne illness linked to pesticide residues and bacterial contamination. And this is where it gets truly alarming. Simple everyday actions like skipping a rinse, cutting it the wrong way, or improper storage can open the door for dangerous bacteria like Salmonella or Listeria to sneak right onto your plate undetected. Think you're safe? Think again. In today's video, we're unmasking 7 silent mistakes everyone makes with papaya. And trust me, some of them can carry grave consequences for your long-term health. In fact, the second mistake might just flip everything you thought you knew about fruit. Hygiene on its head. Before we dive in, hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a health alert. And tell me in the comments, how often do you eat papaya, and what country are you tuning in from? Day you might never look at. This fruit the same way again. Stay tuned till the end for a life-saving insight. This is Mr. Seniorhealth. Asterisk the hidden dangers of papaya. 7 mistakes you're making. Asterisk 1. Ignoring papaya allergies. Asterisk let me be frank. As a doctor, I've seen what happens when this warning is ignored. And believe me, it's not just a little rash or stomach ache we're talking about. Inside every papaya is a natural enzyme called papain, a compound lauded for aiding digestion and even used in meat tenderizers and over-the-counter digestive aids. But here's what they don't tell you. For some, this enzyme can act like a poison. It doesn't heal, it harms. And that harm can escalate in ways you'd never imagine. Asterisk in a study published in the journal Allergy. Participants who consumed papaya or papaya products experienced a shocking range of symptoms. It started with seemingly harmless reactions, an itchy mouth, a tingling in the throat. But in others, it quickly twisted into swollen lips, abdominal pain, vomiting, and in rare cases, life-threatening anaphylaxis, a reaction that can shut down your airways, plummet your blood pressure, and render you unconscious in minutes. This is a full-blown emergency requiring immediate treatment. A delay, and it could be fatal. Asterisk, what's even more alarming is that those with latex allergies are especially vulnerable. Why? Because the proteins in papaya are remarkably similar to those found in natural rubber. It's called the latex fruit syndrome. And if you've ever reacted to latex gloves, balloons, or rubber bands, papaya could trigger a dangerous allergic storm in your body. Think that sounds rare? Think again. Clinical study from an allergy hospital unit found a significant overlap between latex sensitization and reactions to papaya. The risk is real, and it's larger than most people realize. Asterisk. So what should you do? Pay attention to your body's signals like a hawk. Any itching, swelling, hives, stomach pain, or difficulty breathing after eating papaya should be taken seriously, no matter how mild it seems at first. These symptoms can worsen within minutes, and once that allergic cascade begins, there might be no turning back unless you act fast. See an allergist. Get tested. Skin prick tests and blood tests can confirm whether you're allergic to papain, and for those at risk of severe reactions, an epinephrine autoinjector can save your life. While papaya is a healthy food for most, the fruit is a ticking time bomb for others. Don't assume you're safe just because you've eaten it before. Vigilant. Respect your body's warnings. And above all, don't wait until it's too late to learn you had an allergy all along. But allergies aren't the only danger, because even if you're not allergic, mixing papaya with the wrong medications can silently sabotage your health in ways most people never expect. Asterisk. 2. Mixing papaya with certain medications. Asterisk. Let me give you a warning that far too many people ignore. Eating papaya while on medication can silently sabotage your treatment plan and put your health in grave jeopardy. As a doctor, I've seen this play out more times than I care to count. People mean well. They think they're doing something healthy. But they don't realize that what's good for the body can become harmful when mixed with the wrong drugs. Asterisk. Papaya is packed with enzymes, fiber, and nutrients. But if you're taking prescription medications, especially on a regular basis, this fruit demands caution. One of the biggest red flags, blood thinners like warfarin or other anticoagulants. Papaya contains vitamin K, a critical player in blood clotting. And here's the problem. Even moderate changes in vitamin K levels can throw your medication off balance. This isn't just theoretical. A study in the Journal of Clinical Pharmacology showed that minor shifts in vitamin K intake can destabilize blood-thinning therapies, putting you at risk of internal bleeding or dangerous blood clots. But that's not the end of it. Papaya also carries a natural enzyme called papain. Great for digestion, right? Yes. But it can enhance the effects of certain medications, especially blood thinners and anti-inflammatories. That means the dose your doctor prescribed might become too potent in your system, leading to excessive bleeding, stomach irritation, or worse. Asterisk, there's another issue many people miss. Papaya's mild laxative effect. Sounds harmless, right? What? It can make your digestive system move too quickly, reducing the time your medications have to be absorbed. This is especially dangerous for drugs that require a slow, steady release to work properly, such as treatments for high blood pressure, diabetes, or chronic pain. So what should you do? Simple. Never underestimate food and drug interactions. Asterisk, if you're managing a condition with medication, heart disease, inflammation, diabetes, anything, don't just assume papaya is safe. Talk to your doctor or a qualified dietitian. They'll help you figure out the right timing and amount so your medications work with your food, not against it. To be clear, papaya is nutritious, but in the wrong context, it can become a potential threat. Even the healthiest foods can do harm when combined with certain medications. Be smart, be cautious, and always treat your plate like part of your prescription plan. Asterisk. 3. Eating too much papaya. Asterisk. Let me make something clear. Too much of a good thing can turn into a real threat, and papaya is no exception. I've had too many patients who believed they were doing their body a favor by loading up on this superfruit, only to end up in my office with stomach pain, burning reflux, or skin turning an alarming shade of orange. Asterisk. Yes, papaya is loaded with nutrients, vitamin C, vitamin A, folate, fiber, and the famous papain enzyme that aids digestion and soothes inflammation. But that doesn't mean you should eat it by the bowlful. In fact, overdoing it can trigger a chain reaction of discomfort and sometimes downright scary side effects. Asterisk, let's start with the fiber. Yes, fiber keeps your bowels moving and helps with regularity. But hit your system with too much at once, and your digestive tract will push back hard. Diarrhea, cramps, bloating, a tight, gaseous sensation that makes it hard to even stand up straight. I've seen it all, and it's not pretty. Then there's papain. This powerful enzyme is fantastic in moderation, but in excess, it overstimulates your stomach lining, leading to acid reflux, heartburn, and in some cases, inflammation of the stomach lining. A review published in Nutrients confirmed that going overboard with fiber and digestive enzymes, like papain, can disrupt your delicate gut balance and leave you feeling worse. It's not better. Asterisk, and here's a lesser-known surprise. Carotenemia. Have you ever noticed your skin looking yellow or orange around your palms or face after eating too much papaya? So that's not your imagination? Papaya is high in beta-carotene, the pigment that gives it that vibrant orange color. When you consume too much, it accumulates in your bloodstream and tints your skin. Not dangerous, but certainly unsettling if you aren't expecting it. Let me be even clearer. Papaya isn't a cure-all. It won't heal your inflammation overnight. It won't eliminate chronic disease. It won't make up for poor nutrition, lack of sleep, or skipping your medications. In fact, when you treat it like a miracle fruit and overeat, you're doing more harm than good. Asterisk. So how much is enough? For most healthy adults, just 1 cup of diced papaya a day, roughly the size of a medium slice, is more than enough to give you the benefits without the backlash. That's it. No huge servings, no papaya binges. Listen to your body. If you're feeling discomfort, heartburn, bloating, or unusual skin changes, it's time to cut back. Papaya works best when it's part of a varied, balanced diet, not when it becomes your only answer. But what happens when you eat papaya too soon, even before it's ripe? That decision could do more than upset your stomach. It could put your pregnancy at risk. For eating papaya, that's too unripe asterisk. It might look fresh and healthy. But eat it raw, and you could be ushering in real trouble for your body, especially if your stomach is sensitive or if you're pregnant. In some cuisines like Thai or Vietnamese, green papaya has a place. But here's the difference. It's always cooked, pickled, or marinated. That process softens its harsh natural compounds and makes it safer to eat. But eating unripe papaya raw, as if it were ripe, yellow, and ready, that's where serious problems begin. Asterisk, green papaya is rich in papain, a potent enzyme that can aid digestion when used correctly. But in high concentrations, it becomes an irritant. Instead of soothing the stomach, it can start attacking it, according to the International Journal of Food Sciences. Excessive papain from unripe papaya can damage the stomach's protective lining, leading to nausea, reflux, diarrhea, and painful bloating. And for pregnant women, the danger escalates even further. Raw green papaya contains latex, a milky sap that has been medically linked to uterine contractions. Research published in the Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology found that eating unripe papaya, especially during the first trimester, can increase the risk of miscarriage or premature labor. That's why obstetricians often urge expecting mothers to stay away from this fruit unless it's fully ripe. Asterisk. So, do you know if your papaya is safe to eat? Don't guess. Look for a golden yellow to orange skin, gentle touch that gives a little under slight pressure, and a strong, fragrant aroma. When you cut it open, the flesh should be soft, bright, and scoopable. If it's still hard, green, and odorless, don't rush it. Leave it at room temperature for a few days. Brightness isn't just about sweetness. It's about protecting your health. To be clear, papaya, when ripe, is a fantastic fruit. It soothes your gut, it nourishes your body. But eat it too soon, and it can flip the script entirely and leave you dealing with symptoms you never saw coming. And while most people worry about the fruit itself, there's something even more powerful you've been throwing in the trash. The seeds. 5. Throwing away papaya seeds? Let me tell you something that might shock you. Those tiny black seeds inside. Your papaya, the ones you scoop out and dump in the trash without a second thought. They're not waste. They're medicinal gold. That's right. Papaya seeds are rich in essential nutrients, healthy fats that support your heart and brain, plant protein, gut-cleansing fiber and minerals like magnesium, calcium, and phosphorus. But what truly sets them apart is their powerful healing abilities. Asterisk, a groundbreaking 2013 study published in the Journal of Medicinal Foods revealed that papaya seed extract has potent antibacterial and antiparasitic effects, wiping out harmful bacteria like E. coli, Salmonella, and Staphylococcus. Think about that. The seeds you've been throwing away could be working overtime to protect your gut from invaders. Even better, they're packed with papain, the same digestionating enzyme in the fruit itself. That means just a small amount of these seeds can alleviate bloating, indigestion, and sluggish digestion naturally, and their sharp, peppery flavor. Perfect for adding to smoothies, salads, or even using as a robust, nutrient-packed substitute for black pepper. Asterisk, but halt. Don't overdo it. These seeds are potent. They also contain compounds like benzyl, isothiocyanate, and carpane that, when consumed in large quantities, can put stress on your liver and kidneys. Animal studies have even linked excessive consumption to reduced fertility. So if you're trying to conceive, proceed with caution. The safe zone for most healthy adults. About a teaspoon a day is more than enough. Eat them raw, crush them, blend them in. But if you have health issues or are giving them to children, always check with a doctor first. Don't dismiss papaya seeds as refuse anymore. They're a powerful, underrated superfood hiding in plain sight, armed with antimicrobial power, digestive support, and profound nutritional value. Don't throw away the best part of the fruit. Have you ever tried eating papaya seeds? Tell us how they tasted or how you used them in your meals. Asterisk. 6. Storing papaya incorrectly. Asterisk. You might think storing papaya is as simple as tossing it on the counter or sliding it into the fridge. But let me be crystal clear. This fruit is delicate. An improper handling for even a few hours can open the door to spoilage, nutrient loss, and dangerous bacterial contamination. Asterisk, here's what most people don't realize. Papaya is rich in natural sugars and water, which means it becomes a breeding ground for bacteria like Salmonella and Listeria. When stored improperly, it can rot from the inside out, and you'll never know until it's too late. When you bring home a green, unripe papaya, leave it at room temperature to ripen. That's when its skin transitions from green to golden yellow and becomes slightly soft to the touch. But here's the part many people forget. Once it reaches that ripe stage, the countdown begins. If you're not ready to eat it immediately, transfer it to the refrigerator. Asterisk, the USDA warns that ripe papaya should be refrigerated and consumed within 5 to 7 days to slow bacterial growth and retain their nutritional value. Fail to do this, and you're letting spoilage win. But it's even more dangerous once the fruit has been sliced. Cut papaya is highly perishable. Leave it out for more than 2 hours, especially in a warm or humid kitchen. And you're creating the perfect storm for rapid bacterial proliferation. The CDC has issued clear warnings. Pre-cut fruits that aren't refrigerated become unsafe in far less time than most people think. Asterisk, so, what's the safe move? Always place cut papaya in an airtight container and store it in the refrigerator. 8. Eat within 2 to 3 days at most. This isn't just about retaining fresh flavor. It's about protecting yourself from foodborne illness. One more tip. Keep it away from strong-smelling foods. Its flesh is highly absorbent and can pick up the odors of garlic, onions, or cooked leftovers, spoiling its flavor and aroma. And never store it in direct sunlight or near heat sources.
Night temperature.
Fluctuations will accelerate spoilage and strip away the enzymes and antioxidants your body actually needs. I get it. You're eager to enjoy the fruit, but what starts as a healthy snack can turn into a stomach-churning mistake if you don't handle it right. Be honest, do you usually store your papaya in the fridge or leave it on the counter? Type fridge or counter below and let's see who gets it right. 7. Not washing papaya skin before cutting. Asterisk. Let me be as blunt as possible. Skipping the wash step might seem harmless, but it's one of the most dangerous things you can do before cutting papaya. That yellow skin, it looks clean, but what you can't see can devastate your gut, poison your bloodstream, or worse, according to a 2017 CDC report. Multiple Salmonella outbreaks in the United States have been directly traced to contaminated papayas. And here's the kicker. It wasn't from eating the skin, it was from the knife cutting through the unwashed skin, dragging bacteria straight into the fruit's flesh. That single cut became the pathway for infection. Asterisk, pathogens like Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria bacteria can cause severe symptoms: vomiting, fever, diarrhea, abdominal cramps. For pregnant women, the elderly, young children, or anyone with a compromised immune system, these symptoms can lead to hospitalization or worse. But the danger doesn't end with bacteria. Asterisk, let's talk about pesticides. According to the Environmental Working Group, tropical fruits like papaya are often treated with chemicals during cultivation. You might not taste it, smell it, or see it. But the residues cling to the surface, and once you cut in, it's now inside your food. Repeated exposure to these substances has been linked to hormonal disruption, allergic reactions, and even cancer risk over time. Here's what I recommend as a doctor who has seen what happens when people skip this step. Always wash your papaya thoroughly under running water before cutting. Use your hands or a soft produce brush to gently scrub the skin. or sprays, just water, friction, and a minute of your time. After washing, dry the fruit with a fresh towel knot, the one that's been sitting by the sink for a week. That extra step prevents bacteria from re-entering. Asterisk, I know how tempting it is to skip it, especially when you're hungry or rushing out the door. But let me be clear. This 1-minute habit can protect you from days, even weeks, of illness. Don't gamble with your health for convenience. How often do you actually wash your papaya before slicing it? No judgment. Just answer yes or no in the comments. Asterisk, papaya is nature's gift, full of healing enzymes and vital nutrients. But here's the truth most people overlook. It only delivers those benefits when you treat it with respect. That means washing it thoroughly, storing it correctly, eating it in moderation, and avoiding dangerous mixes with certain medications. Every small step matters because the moment we become careless, that's when things go wrong. What seems like a harmless habit today can turn into a serious health risk tomorrow. So the next time your hand reaches for a slice of papaya, don't just think about the taste. Think about the protection, because the most powerful tool you have isn't the fruit, it's the knowledge. And when you apply it, every bite becomes safer, smarter, and far more meaningful. Asterisk, if this video has opened your eyes, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and turn on notifications. You never know which tip might be the one that keeps you out of harm's way. And don't keep this to yourself. Share it with someone you care about, especially if they eat papaya regularly. You might help them avoid a mistake they didn't even know they were making. Stay mindful, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video for more potentially life-saving insights you don't want to miss. This is Mr. Senior Health.